What's up, everybody in the YouTube world? I'm gonna take opportunity of my somewhat easy work I'm doing right now, and I'm gonna talk a little bit, and I'm gonna talk about a very, very important subject. Let's talk about good employees, and talk about the team I have right now, and talk about some of the past experiences I've had. I just want to start off this video by saying I have two awesome guys that work for me. Mason, who is our primary cutter, he does all the bulk of the chainsaw work, like day in, day out. He's on a saw every day, and he's been with us for going on 2 years now. So he's been with us from pretty much the beginning of having the old Deuce on. And so besides him, we have Willie, which Willie has been a hell of a find. I honestly didn't even really want to hire another person, especially throw someone right in the forwarder, but he's gone above and beyond, and just like I'm blown away with him. He hustles, he is very, very smart with equipment, and he picks stuff up really quick. So I have two awesome employees. There is obviously my business partner, so there's 4 of us in the woods, and I also have a couple of guys that do landscaping, and I have some good guys that help me out do that, especially Alex. Alex, you're the man, you've been with me for a long time, but that's a whole nother subject. That's something for a different video, is the landscaping aspect to Maple Ridge. So anyways, let's get into the whole topic of, let's start off with just good employees and what I think makes a good employee. A good employee to me is somebody that is reliable, wants to learn, shows up every day, has a good attitude, and not only that, brings good ideas to the table. They don't, I've worked with a lot of people, and I was very surprised to even just find Mason. Actually, he found me. He saw my videos on YouTube and then found me on Instagram and actually hit me up and was like, hey, I have chainsaws and I know how to take care of my own saw and sharpen it, and I want to do this. So gave him a shot. That was 2018. We were doing tornado damage job. So there's definitely some videos of that job. If you look through some of my older videos I've posted, that was a hell of a job. It was a mountainside, and it was just, everything was a mess and tangled, and he stuck it out, and after that I was like, let's give this kid a shot. I think he's gonna work out, and I'm so happy to have found him. Mason, I know you'll watch this video, but you've come a long way. I know you've been with me through a lot of stuff, and definitely been with me on my bad days as well as my good days, and you just want to say thanks, Mason. You are definitely an example of a good employee. You work hard, you show up every day, and you bust your ass for me. So he's been with us for going 2 years. I know I said that, but that's, I don't know, anybody else that does logging knows how hard it is to get somebody to just stick with you and want to put up with your own BS, and the weather and the ground, and the job's dangerous and not get hurt. Like, it's, I hope he stays with us forever, because he's very good at what he does, and him and I work really well together. With me being in the machine and him being on the ground, we can communicate really well, and I just think we work well together. So that's kind of like a little bit of a story on how I have a cutter, and I'm very fortunate, because as most of you know, I used to do all the cutting. Now I don't have any time to use a chainsaw at all. I wish I did, but unfortunately I just never have time. Even if I want to cut, I always have something I need to be doing in this, which is fine, but it's good to have a good cutter that knows I can trust to cut trees, that not even just safely, but he knows how to cut nice wood. Like, he makes good stumps, and I think maybe someday we'll put the GoPro on him and see what his point of view is. But so, which that brings me to our second employee, who's been with us for a year now. Started off running the old I know you'll probably watch these videos too, but I've said it before and just want to say, like, you're the man. You master that forwarder that's your thing. You get shit done, and it's awesome to see somebody that loves running equipment as much as I do, and I know that you'll have a lot in store for you if you continue to work as hard as you do. So yeah, I'm very fortunate. I want to just talk about not necessarily them, but just in general. You know, I've had a lot of bad experiences with people, and it's tough to trust people with your equipment and, you know, your wood. This is my livelihood. I really care about this, and I want to succeed. I don't want to fail. I'm gonna be 30 years old this year, and this is I've been on my own in business since 2014, but we really didn't get into vlogging until about the end we did a little bit, but we got into the end, I don't know, end of 2015, 2016 was when we first started. We made some moves. We bought that grapple skidder in 2016. So we've only been doing this for going on 4 or 5-ish years now, really full time. But now I'm full into it. We have definitely got payments. I spent a lot of money on this, and I'm not short on work. I got tons of work. I have so much work right now. It's ridiculous. So I'm so fortunate to have 2 guys that want to come in every day, and they want to make Maple Ridge successful, and they want to see me and my partner do well. They want us to succeed as much as we do. So that's a huge part of, I think, having good employees, is having people that want your company to be as successful as you do. Because if they don't have that attitude, then I think it takes away from the whole picture. It's just, I can't express it enough. Take care of your guys. I don't think I've always been the greatest at showing rewarding my guys and being like, setting goals, big, you guys do this, then we're gonna do this week, or I'll give you extra money in your paycheck, or even if they do a good job, to make sure to give them a fist bump, or just make people know that you appreciate it, because if they don't know, then they might not put in the effort next time. I will make another video, and it will probably be a long video of me talking, but just explaining how I got into logging, how I started the business, and like what my plans are. Basically just kind of tell my background, and I think people would be interested in that. I think a lot of people in these times are nervous about going on their own or doing anything, leaving where they're at because they're unhappy. My buddy Travis, he just went on his own, got doing some excavation. I told him from the beginning, dude, you have the heart, and you can work when you gotta work. If it's 7 days a week, then you'll succeed. You'll never have to worry about it. What do we got? 9 minutes. So the reason I have time to make this video today is because I am in the excavator clearing roads and doing TSI work. I'm basically going through something that was logged. It was logged 5 years ago commercially, so they cut it pretty heavy. There is a lot of nice wood left, and we're TSIing it, which is timber stand improvement, which I will do a separate video explaining on what that is, why I'm getting paid to do this, and how it all works. So yeah, we're out here cleaning up someone else's mess today. Only way to get through all this crap is just to put the bucket on, which love this setup. Pumped to be able to take the head off and put the bucket on and have a thumb, be able to move stuff out of my way. I wouldn't normally do this on a logging job, but the guys who freaking cut this before made such a mess that I have to do this. There's just tops and firewood and crap, and just it's a disaster. I would never leave a job like this, but that's the difference between old school and new school, I guess. Definitely was a hand cut and just a grapple skidder crew. I think just 2 guys that did it, but different video for a different day. I want to just touch base on, the whole good employees thing. Like, again, I can't say it enough. I'm so lucky to have these guys. They bust their ass with me day in and day out, and they have good ideas on how to go about stuff, and they're learning. They're learning. They both got lots to learn, and they both know it, but they're coming a long way. And I think that with the amount of work that I've been picking up, good things will happen for us. It sucks some days, and it's a struggle, but we have a lot of work planned out ahead of us. And the more and more we do, the more and more mechanized I'm going to get. So there's going to be a lot of seat time and equipment, and I can only do so much. So it will be nice to see the two of them stick with us and learn and get to do some other stuff. Willie's run the Doosan before. I trust him 100% in it. Not even a question in my mind that he can run the thing at all. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience in a mini excavator. Mason has spent a little time in the old Doosan running with the bucket and thumb, and he's spent some time in the Forder. He definitely knows how to run some equipment, and he will get more of an opportunity, but the problem is he's too good at chainsawing, so I need him to be cutting all the time. Which I'm actually finally catching up to them, which is a good sign. So I'm gonna probably wrap this video up. I can't express enough, and to anybody out there with a business, please take care of your guys. If you got a good crew, you let them know that they're a good crew, and make sure that you know that, or let them know that you appreciate them busting their ass for you. And no matter what kind of business it is, whether it's logging, construction, a restaurant, anything, if you got to take care of your employees. You can't. Too many people I know and just can't find good help. Like, so many people I know, they just can't find good help, and I hate to say it, but it's because they don't teach, they don't spend time. You got to spend time with your people, your employees. You need to spend time with them. You don't teach them things, don't spend the time to show them. If you just get pissed and yell at them or whatever, like, you have to show them that it's okay to fuck up, and it's okay to make mistakes, and every day should be a learning experience. There's always something to learn. That's how I look at my day, is that no matter what it is, I'm trying to take something away from it. And I can tell you, I've learned a lot in the past 10 years of my life. Once I switched my mind state of, instead of just going to work, just to go to work and make money, and go to work and learn and enjoy what you do. So that's where I'm gonna end this, is take care of your guys and girls, and spend the time to teach them stuff, and don't be afraid to let somebody move up and give them an opportunity. You're never gonna know what someone can do until you give them the chance to do something, whether it's run a piece of equipment or whatever the situation may be. You need to give them the opportunity, because without that, you may never know. When I was 18 years old, someone gave me an opportunity to get on a zero turn, and I ended up buying a landscape company. Like, you never know what's going to happen. And it's pretty cool to see Willie and Mason kind of, I don't know if they love this as much as I do, but I know that they both have the heart for this, and they want to do this. Like, they both think that it's cool to be like, hey, I'm a logger, and this is what I do for a living, and I'm damn proud of what I do. And I'm glad that they're proud of what they do, because there's too many things going on in this world right now where our profession gets frowned upon and looked down on, whatever you may call it. But again, I can make a video on that, but that's a whole separate topic. So 14 minutes, I'm gonna wrap this up for sure. I just keep rambling on. Tomorrow maybe we'll get a TSI video and we'll talk about what the heck is going on around me, because this is a big job, but we're flying through it, and I hope that we continue to fly through it. So I'm gonna catch up with y'all later, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.